Hey lovelies, it's Elise, and as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I will be showing you my ot13 album photocard collection. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Yeah, alright, yeah, hold on, yeah.
I will just be showing their album photocards for this video, so I will be setting aside the trading cards and other photocards for another video. Okay, so as you can see, the cover for this binder is the hip hop unit. So without further ado, let's get into the video and the binder. So there. This is the first binder and it consists of Boys B to You Made My Dawn. And then, so here is the Boys B photo cards. This was actually one of the first photo cards that I got to complete. So there. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is the Hyde version. So there is S Scoops until Mingyu, and then Dokyom until Dino, and then this is the Seek version. I actually put spaces in the middle, which I plan to fill with probably unofficial photo cards or photo card benefits if they're still available. Since in this case, they had pre-order benefits, but they had it printed on an original Polaroid, I'm planning to have it reprinted since I can't really afford or find any pre-order benefits. So yeah, I actually had a really hard time finding Jonghan for this like entire collection. Like he was the most difficult card to find because it's actually really worth it, and it's one of the photo cards that I got at an overpriced price. So there, here's the Seek version if I'm not mistaken. So there is until Dino. So the Seek version is actually a bit more of an indoor photo shoot, and the Hide version is more of an outdoor photo shoot. So there. Next, we have the Love and Letter Adjunice photo cards. Now, this was actually one of the now this collection was actually one of the reasons why me and my sister decided to collect ot13, because she initially wanted to collect one of the sets of these photo cards, and then I collected the other, and then I ended up collecting Boys B, and then I don't know, it's just that this this collection is one of the reasons why we decided to collect all of them, because it looks really good together, and I don't know, it just really made us happy seeing them all together. There's really no designated version here, so we just decided to put together what looks good beside each other. So there, it has two versions, and this is the other one. This is my favorite photo card out of this Adjunice collection. Actually, Jonghan's photo cards are really nice, but I'm not tolerating the overpriced market price for his cards, because that's just really not helping anyone. So here is the second page for the, is it the second page? No, it's the third and last page for the Adjunice collection. So next is the Ghost photo card. So actually, we're planning to just collect three of our bias line, which is Song Chol, June, Wonwoo Hoshi, and then yeah, that's it. But we're collecting two of Joshua since I already got to buy one of his photo cards and we didn't want to sell it anymore. So there, and then we still lack one of Wonwoo's and Hoshi's. And then Mingyu And then this one also, we already bought these along with the album, so we didn't want to sell it. So we just decided to keep both of them, and we will also be collecting two Vernons since we really liked his photo cards on Ghost era. So there. Here are the OTP cards from Ghost. This one we collected all and we still lack like one, which is the Soksu photo card because it's really hard to find, and whenever we like got to find one, it's always so overpriced, so we just save it for later. And then next is the Alone album, and here are, and I think this is the 01 version if I'm not mistaken. And again, these are the cards that also made us decide to collect OD13 because of the backs. As you can see, was the back is supposed to form one whole picture, which was why we wanted to collect it. And also, we really like the photo cards, which are like the Polaroid version or the Polaroid cards that look like Polaroid cards because it's kind of like a vintage feel. There's kind of like a vintage feel to it. So there, we still lack like a lot, but we're almost there. And yeah, here. So these has three versions, and this is the third version, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the 13, and then we have the unit cards here. And then for the next one is the Teenage album. So this is actually my favorite. This is actually one of my favorite sets because not only was it shot in the Philippines, it's also one of my favorite albums because of the whole discography, and I don't know, the album is just so perfect. So there, this is the green version, and then here is the continuation of the green version, and then here's the orange version there. Again, I put the spaces in the middle so we can add like POBs or unofficial photo cards in the middle, and it will be like fitted exactly onto 9 pocket pages because it's until like 13 already. So there, we have here the Rose Quartz and Serenity version. I was actually really lucky because I got to complete the teenage photo cards before it was like overhyped and overpriced all of a sudden. So here is the Rose Quartz and Serenity of the Macne line, and then the white version. I actually really like this photo card. I think it's very nice. And this one is one of the last photo cards that I got to buy from this collection because it was really hard to find, but I really like this photo card and it's one of my favorites. This one also. And then here is the rest of the white version for the teenage, which is the last page for the teenage collection. And this is the popular Mingy White PC, which was very hard to find. This was the last photo card I had to look for to complete this entire collection. And then here is the director's cut. We actually wanted to collect like two versions, but we decided to declutter some since we didn't really like all of the photo cards from this era, so we just chose like one photo card that we wanted, and so we're just gonna collect like one per member unless like we really want to. keep that other photo card of the other members. So yeah, we didn't really coordinate the versions and just chose like version what photo card we wanted more regardless of the version. So it's not really all the same. So in the space we put the HMV here, and then we plan to fill up the other spaces with their business cards or calling cards. So there, and then I collected their lentis. So you will also be putting the business cards here. So yeah, that's why we also decided to collect like only one set for the director's cut, is because we also have lentis and business cards. Here are the other lentis. And then we have You Make My Day, which is one of my favorite albums because Oh My was actually the first music video that we saw that made us stand 17. And yeah, the concept is really cute. I really like concepts like this, which are kind of light. So we placed it three per member because this photo card set has six photo cards. And so here on the first page is the 95 lines logo version. So yeah, here is the 96 until Wonwoo, and then Woozi up to Mingyu, and then Dokyom up to Vernon, and here is the end for the logos. So Dino, and then there's a space here. I still don't know what we'll do on the space here, but yeah, there's a space before the ribbon. And then here is the meet, follow, and set the sun, as I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, here's the ribbon version. Here is Jonghan, and for Joshua, we still don't have any ribbon photo card. And then there's Junie, and then Hoshi, Wondu, Woozi, and then Minghao, Yu, and DK, and then the Maknae line. So this was actually one of my favorite Vernon eras, and yeah. So next is You Made My Dawn. So again, we arranged this in a way that is by member because it also had six versions, and they also had the logo and the ribbon version for each like album. So I guess it's the Before Dawn, Dawn, and the Eternal Sunshine. So yeah, there is the 95 line. Next is there June, Hoshi, and Wonwoo. And then Woozi, Minghao, and Yu. So here's Dokyom. We don't have any logo for Songkwan yet, so it's still empty. And then for Vernon, we completed this by also trading our duplicate cards. And then here's Dinos, and then there's a space again so that it will end up exactly on the last row for the last page. So here is Songchul's. We only lack one photo card for Songchul's You Made My Dawn era. So there. And then Jonghan, and we don't have any Joshua for the ribbon yet here as well. So here is Junie, Hoshi, Wonwoo, and Woozi. I actually really like this photo card together because it kind of matches. And then Minghao, Gyu, and Dokyum. And yeah, we also don't have any Dokyums yet for the ribbon. And then here is Songkwan, and then Vernon and Dino. So that's it for this photo card binder. Let's now move to the second binder. So now moving on to the second binder. This actually starts with ode and then ends with your choice. So yeah, without further ado, again, let's open it and get right onto the video. So here is the begin photo cards. We actually removed some of the cards because there were way too many and we couldn't handle like collecting all of those. So we also decluttered for an ode and we decided not to collect some versions since some versions just look exactly like the other, because like there are two versions, the white back and the colored back, and some of it just look alike. So we just decided to collect one per like colored back and white back. So here is the begin version. This is actually one of my favorite versions for an ode there. So we just collected like one colored and one white back. So the colored back ends here with Dino, and then the white back is supposed to start here. So next, for the white back, we also have Woozi, Mingyu, Dokyum, and Songkwan. So next would be the Hope version. This very set is actually the reason why I started to collect like photo cards. The first ever photo card that I had was this Joshua and this Mingyu. I decided to collect this very set July last year because I was really fond of like this version, and I really liked that they were all wearing berets. So that's what got me into collecting photo cards. Initially, I just wanted to collect one set, but I ended up actually collecting both of them. So for Hope, my sister and I will be collecting all the versions. Here is the second page for Hope, and we actually wanted to interchange like the colored back and the white back, like so that there's more to look forward to. The next page we have still the white back version, and then again with the berets. So I put the cuter version on the last part of the collection because I really wanted to arrange it in a way like first pages are the serious versions, and then here are the cute ones. So we haven't actually bought sleeves for our photo cards because we'd rather buy photo cards out of the money than plastic. So it's still moving, but if you guys recommend like sleeves will that fit into these, so yeah, here is the cuter version of the berets, and then we have here the other white back, which are also the cuter versions. And this is the last page for the Hope version. And here's the poet version of an ode, and we also collected just one colored back and one white back. So yeah, there we just lack Hoshi and Minghao for the colored back, but aside from them, it's complete already. So next is the white back for the poet. I really like this photo card. It's one of my favorites out of the entire ode collection. So there, and then this one is also one of my favorites because he's holding a tulip. Yeah, there until Dino for the white back. We still lack like a lot of members for Poet Whiteback. And then here is the real version. This was actually the card I pulled when I bought the real version. So there. And then we still lack a lot of white back and colored back, so there's an entire blank page there. And then here is the rest of the white back. So here is the true colored back version. There's Jonghan, Minghao, and Gyu. Then the Makni line, and then the white back there. Are the rest of the white back, which also lack like a few more members. And then the Hungary Hana version starts from here. But for Hungary, we decided to collect like all of the versions because it's really one of our favorite photo cards. So here is the Hana, and then the second Hana is supposed to start here, but yeah, we still lack a lot of members. And then here is the other version of the Hana. And then for the duel, we have here, yeah, this page, we have Jonghan, Jun, Hoshi, and Wonwoo. And then Verna also have Dino for the first version. And then we have Chol, Jonghan, and Joshua. And then we have a full page for the second. So yeah, here is the set version. There. And then the second set version. And Mingyu's famous photo card again. And Wonwoo's. There. And then here is the net non-grid version. Here is the grid net version. So next is the semicolon. So yeah, again, we put the less cuter or more serious ones on the first page and the cuter ones on the next. So here starts the cuter version. And then yeah, that's the semicolon photo cards. So that's it. We actually still don't have any your choice cards yet, but we plan to arrange it the way we arranged You Make My Day and You Made My Dawn. It has 3 versions. So yeah, that's it for the album photo card collection. The reason why we only have hip hop and vocal unit here is because we have the performance unit for our trading cards and photo card benefits. So I'll be showing that to you next time. Like to see more of our photo card collection, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think about this video or if you have any suggestions for my next video. Bye!
호랑이 power yeah yeah 호랑이 power yeah yeah 나는 노래 불러 yeah 호랑이 노래 호랑이 power yeah yeah